Hi, everyone. Welcome back to All Kinds of Advice podcast. For today's episode, we are actually going to be talking about Jada and Will Smith. Whoo, it's about to be a spicy show that you don't want to miss. So before I go into it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Let's keep it growing and flowing. Woo, child. Oh my goodness. The tea is hot. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to get into it. So recently, it has been buzzing online. Jada and Will Smith, they're back in the media again. They've been in the media for quite some time, a while now, I should say. But recently, there's this person by the name of Brother Bilal. He recently did an interview with Tasha K. So he was, just to give a bit of backstory on who this individual is, he was an assistant to Will Smith. He was like super close with him. He was his assistant doing things for Will, yada, yada, yada. But as for some reason, maybe they fell out, and he is no longer Will Smith's assistant, I guess. So he came on and he did an interview with Tasha K, because people love to run to Tasha K to spill the tea, because they know that she has this huge platform, and they know that Tasha K is ready for the drama and the shenanigans, so they'll go to her. So he recently went on there, and allegedly, we don't know if this is true, so we're saying allegedly, 'cause we ain't got no coins like that to take any suing from anyone. So allegedly, he mentioned that Will Smith and Duane, I believe Martin, had intercourse with each other. So he alluded to the fact that, while he was an assistant for Will Smith, he, walked in on Will and Duane having intercourse with each other. And, that's like scandalous. Like, that's, something I feel like he should have kept to himself. If it is true, we don't know if it's true. This is all allegedly. But I'm like, my goodness, like they must have really, their relationship must have really turned sour for him to want to come and out Will Smith like that. And I never get it. Like, what's with people, like when, they're no longer speaking with someone, or they're no longer on good terms with someone, they come and expose all their secrets. Had he been in like on good terms with Will, I don't feel like he would have came out and said anything in relation to Will Smith's business, because everything would have been gravy. But now that y'all are not on good terms, you're coming out in here in these streets, and you're telling this man's business out here in these streets. And we don't know if this is true, or if he's been like vindictive. We don't know, right? Because Will is obviously married to Jada. We don't know his actual like if these allegations are true or not. We don't know. We know that he is attracted to women. We don't know if he's attracted to men or not. So we just kind of have to take things like this with a grain of salt, because the person has not openly come out and say, I like men too, as well as I like women. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of have to take it to with a grain of salt. But recently Jada has been doing a lot of interviews. She was on the Breakfast Club recently, which I watched that interview, and they asked her about this whole situation of Bilal coming out and saying that Will Smith slept with Duane. And they asked her how, like, what is her perception of all of this, and she mentioned something along the lines of, like, it took her a while to answer, and she was a bit shaken up by it, you could kind of tell. And she sort of set the record straight, and she was saying that the stories are false. Will's reps also came out and denied the story, denied that this is not true. And she said that Jada mentioned that it's a money shakedown. So pretty much Jada was alluding to the fact that this individual is after money and wanted some sort of money from Will, and when he perhaps did not get what he wanted because of some business deal that they were doing, he got upset. And I guess that kind of contributed to the demise of the relationship. So Jada said something about, like, Will was willing to give him a portion of the money, but he didn't want it. So this is why he's obviously coming out now to sort of make up, these false or fabricate these false stories about Will, which is not true. That, that's what she was saying. And then Jada also mentioned that they will be taking legal action against this assistant. And I'm just kind of like, I was kind of looking at it like, okay, why are they going to such great lengths to sort of shut him up? Like, is it true, perhaps? And they don't want this to damage Will's image. Is she hiding, something for Will? Is she hiding like, Will's secrets even more? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, I was kind of confused as to why, they're taking legal action. And I get it. Like, if it's not true, they have all right to take legal action. But I feel like they're trying to shut him up in a sense, because they don't have the type, he doesn't have the type of money that they have. Like Will and Jada, they have millions of dollars. You know what I mean? They can afford to pay a lawyer or get him to sign some sort of NDA. And probably he never signed the NDA because he's clearly out here in these streets talking these people's business. You know what I mean? So he probably didn't sign an NDA. So, she said that, legal action is going to be taken. They're not going to, have him get away with, making up like a sort of fake stories. And then also what was interesting is like recently I seen today, Shadun posted it, and TMZ as well posted that, TMZ, I believe it was TMZ, but it could have been, another company, recently seen, Jada was out on the street. She was heading back into a vehicle, and they asked her about the whole rumor that was circulating around about Will's, sexuality, and, if he had in fact slept with Duane. And Jada was like, they're like, okay, what are you gonna do? What do you think about it? She goes, we're suing. And she said it with her chest. I was like, no, she didn't. They are upset. Like, this rumor is hurting them. Like, they are going to lengths to protect their brand. Like, they do not want this story, people believing that in fact that Will Smith, slept with Duane. And I'm just like, wow, this situation is getting really, really serious. But what I'm curious, like they said they're suing. Are they suing the assistant, or are they also suing Tasha K? I don't, even though Tasha K has her history of, obviously her situation with Cardi, some people are looking at it like, Tasha K, they felt like, she was vindictive in some instances. But I feel like they should sue the assistant. Tasha K is sort of doing her job. She's a blogger. She brings like, the stories. People go to her to expose scandalous stories. I don't feel like they should sue her, but I'm thinking mainly they're suing the assistant because he has been trying to sort of, I guess, take them down for a while now. But if this situation has to do with money, if he did a business deal with Will, I feel like he should be compensated fairly. Will shouldn't just offer him what he wants to offer him. He should, compensate him fairly. This is when relationships turn sour. Like, give this man the money that he is supposed to be getting. Like, come on now, do better. You have money. Like, it's ridiculous. But in all, my opinion, I'm trying to remain very objective. This is what I'm reporting. In terms of anyone's sexuality, people are going to love who they want to love. I have nothing against that or anything of that sort. But I'm quite curious to know, like, if they're trying to shut up this assistant because the stories are perhaps true. Like, what is it? Like, that's what I'm trying to get at. But if this story is not true, I don't believe that, this individual should go around making up stories, creating false narratives, trying to tarnish Will's image, because it's obviously an image that he's worked on, for a number of years. And a lot of people, what I found a bit funny is a lot of people are saying like, Jada's the only one that's able to, sort of tarnish Will's reputation or talk bad about Will. Nobody else could do it. It's only exclusive to Jada. So people were saying that online, and people were laughing at the fact that she did not. I noticed even when TMZ was asking her the question about, the allegations, Jada did not even wait for them to finish the sentence. She quickly was about to say, we're suing. She did not. I was like, wow, she was waiting to say that. This was planned. She went outside just to go outside to make sure she said that to scare this person. That's what I was kind of feeling. But let me know. I don't know if these allegations are true, but it looks like, the Smiths are, suing. I guess Cardi B sort of set a precedent. A lot of celebrities and they have feelings, right? They have feelings, they get hurt as well. They see the comments people say about them. They don't want anything tarnishing their reputation. So, a lot of celebrities are coming out and suing now. It's sort of becoming normalized now than it was in the past. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you think? Do you think the allegations are true in regards to Will Smith and Duane having intercourse together? Or do you feel like this is fabricated? This is not true. This is just, the prior assistant being messy. Let me know. Let's get a fun debate going. But that's all for today for All Kinds of Advice podcast. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Take care. Ciao.